Which responsibility applies specifically to all residents, not only British citizens, living long-term in the UK? A. Serving on a jury when summoned. B. Standing for election to Parliament. C. Holding a British passport. D. Voting in a UK general election. Answer: A. Jury service is a civic duty that applies to eligible residents, including some non-citizens, while voting and holding office are limited to citizens. What was the primary constitutional impact of the Magna Carta in 1215? A. It established universal voting rights. B. It limited the monarch's power under the law. C. It created the House of Commons. D. It abolished feudalism. Answer: B. The Magna Carta introduced the principle that the monarch must govern according to the law, forming the foundation of constitutional governance. Which body is responsible for interpreting and applying law independently from the government? A. The Cabinet. B. The Civil Service. C. The Judiciary. D. The House of Lords. Answer: C. The judiciary operates independently to ensure laws are interpreted fairly and without political influence. A bill becomes law only after it has: A. Passed the House of Commons. B. Passed both houses and received royal assent. C. Been approved by the Prime Minister. D. Been debated in Cabinet. Answer: B. Royal assent is the final formal step after approval by both Houses of Parliament. Which UK Prime Minister introduced the National Health Service, NHS? A. Winston Churchill. B. Clement Attlee. C. Harold Wilson. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer: B. The NHS was established in 1948 under Clement Attlee's post-war Labour government. What is the main role of the civil service? A. To create laws. B. To provide legal judgments. C. To implement government policies impartially. D. To campaign for political parties. Answer: C. Civil servants serve the government of the day neutrally, regardless of political party. Which event directly led to the Union of England and Scotland in 1707? A. The Norman Conquest. B. The Acts of Union. C. The Glorious Revolution. D. The English Civil War. Answer: B. The Acts of Union legally united the two countries into Great Britain. What is the key function of the House of Lords today? A. Proposing national budgets. B. Representing constituencies. C. Scrutinizing and revising legislation. D. Electing the Prime Minister. Answer: C. The House of Lords reviews legislation and suggests amendments, improving legal quality. Which group gained the right to vote in 1918 for the first time? A. All women over 18. B. All men over 21. C. Women over 30 meeting property requirements. D. All adults regardless of age. Answer: C. The Representation of the People Act 1918 granted limited voting rights to women over 30. What is the main purpose of local councils in the UK? A. Conduct foreign policy. B. Provide local public services. C. Pass national legislation. D. Control the armed forces. Answer: B. Local councils manage services such as waste collection, housing, and local planning. Which legal principle ensures that everyone is subject to the law, including the government? A. Parliamentary sovereignty. B. Rule of law. C. Devolution. D. Common law. Answer: B. The rule of law guarantees fairness, accountability, and equality before the law. What happens if a government loses a vote of no confidence in the House of Commons? A. Parliament is automatically dissolved. B. The monarch dismisses the government. C. The government must resign or call an election. D. The House of Lords intervenes. Answer: C. Losing confidence means the government no longer has authority to govern. Which holiday commemorates the gunpowder plot of 1605? A. Remembrance Day. B. St. George's Day. C. Guy Fawkes Night. D. Armistice Day. Answer: C. Guy Fawkes Night marks the failed attempt to blow up Parliament. Which legal system operates alongside statutory law in England and Wales? A. Roman law. B. Common law. C. Civil code. D. Canon law. Answer: B. Common law is based on judicial precedent and complements laws passed by Parliament. Which responsibility is expected of UK residents in everyday life? A. Reporting suspected crimes. B. Joining a political party. C. Attending Parliament sessions. D. Paying voluntary taxes. Answer: A. Reporting crime supports public safety and upholds the rule of law. What does devolution allow Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland to do? A. Leave the United Kingdom. B. Create independent foreign policy. C. Make decisions on certain local matters. D. Abolish UK laws. Answer: C. Devolution grants limited legislative powers while remaining part of the UK. Which document formally sets out the rights and freedoms protected in UK law? A. Magna Carta. B. The Bill of Rights 1689. C. The Human Rights Act 1998. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer: C. The Human Rights Act incorporates the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law. Who appoints the Prime Minister? A. The House of Commons. B. The Electorate. C. The Monarch. D. The Cabinet. Answer: C. The monarch formally appoints the Prime Minister, usually the leader of the majority party. Which statement best describes British values as tested in the exam? A. Loyalty to political parties. B. Respect for democracy, law, and tolerance. C. Support for monarchy above law. D. Obedience without question. Answer: B. British values emphasize democracy, rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect. What was the significance of the Glorious Revolution of 1688? A. It abolished Parliament. B. It strengthened absolute monarchy. C. It established constitutional monarchy. D. It ended religious freedom. Answer: C. The revolution limited royal power and confirmed Parliament's authority. Which role does the Speaker of the House of Commons perform? A. Leading government debates. B. Enforcing order and neutrality. C. Drafting legislation. D. Representing the monarch. Answer: B. The Speaker ensures fair debate and remains politically impartial. What is the minimum voting age in UK general elections? A. 16. B. 17. C. 18. D. 21. Answer: C. Voting age in UK general elections is 18. Which UK institution is responsible for collecting taxes? A. Revenue and Customs. B. The Treasury. C. The Bank of England. D. Local councils. Answer: A. HMRC collects taxes and administers customs duties. Which figure is the head of the Church of England? A. The Archbishop of Canterbury. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Monarch. D. Parliament. Answer: C. The monarch holds the ceremonial title of Supreme Governor of the Church. What is the purpose of Remembrance Sunday? A. Celebrating British independence. B. Remembering victims of terrorism. C. Honoring those who died in war. D. Marking the end of World War II. Answer: C. Remembrance Sunday commemorates military personnel who died in conflict. Which country joined the UK through the Act of Union 1801? A. Scotland. B. Wales. C. Northern Ireland. D. Ireland. Answer: D. Ireland formally joined Great Britain in 1801, later leading to partition. What is the role of backbench MPs? A. Running government departments. B. Representing constituents and scrutinising government. C. Leading opposition parties. D. Appointing judges. Answer: B. Backbenchers represent voters and hold the government accountable. Which event is marked annually on the 11th of November? A. VE Day. B. Remembrance Day. C. Commonwealth Day. D. St. Andrew's Day. Answer: B. Remembrance Day marks the armistice ending World War I. What must all UK residents do to ensure community harmony? A. Share political beliefs. B. Respect laws and others' rights. C. Attend national ceremonies. D. Support the ruling party. Answer B. Respect for law and others' freedoms is central to UK society. Which principle prevents Parliament from being challenged by courts over its laws? A. Rule of law. B. Parliamentary sovereignty. C. Judicial review. D. Separation of powers. Answer B. Parliamentary sovereignty means Parliament has the supreme legal authority.